Okay, so like I said, I'm going to do a drawing of this pear, and I'm going to first draw a box that represents, taking the width, turning it up. So if I make a box, it could be any size on here. Let's go right here. Start by just putting a line across, by just motioning across. Same going down. Doesn't matter exactly how big the box. Then I'm going to take this measurement, move it down here, set it up, do it on both sides. And again, that's a square. Okay, so that represents taking this measurement, turning it up, do it again. Okay, and then I have to figure out, so that represents a certain amount of the pear. I have to figure out how much taller it is than that measurement from the width. So if I measure to here, then take that and turn it sideways and go across the pear 1, 2.5 times. So I can take the measurement, if this is half, it has to be less than that. If I could take it, say, about right here, take that measurement, it goes 1, 2.5. All right, so I keep my pencil in my hand. All right, so we're going to add that measurement that I got to the top, and that's going to represent where the top of the pear should be. Okay, so now I've created the parameters for the bottom, the left and right side, and the top. All right, so what's going to happen is I'm going to draw the pear within here, and I'm also going to set center. Okay, center of the pear, and kind of get approximate center across here too. All right, because that represents about the center point. The reason for that is I want to set center of the pear and figure out, when I do that, I see that the top of the stem touches somewhere over here. When I hold it back up there at the bottom, I see the bottom's tricky because it touches about right here, I guess. And then on the right side, if I hold my pencil up to the side of it, I'm holding it up so you can't see that in this film. If I set it over here, you might see a little bit better what I'm doing. I'm holding it up to the side, and when I do, you see the negative space there between the pencil and the pear. Same thing with this side. If I hold it up here, you can see the negative spaces that's creating. And when I hold it up to the bottom, this is what you should do with whatever it is you're drawing. Let's see if I can get that angle right. If I hold it up to the bottom, you can see how that shape moves away from the pencil and starts to angle away from it. Okay, so when I'm looking at it, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing right now, but I'm doing it from my angle where I can see it. Okay, so when I do, I see that this sets at a slight angle to the bottom. Very, very slight. Maybe not even quite that much. Just a slight angle to the bottom. So that represents that negative space. Then, if I come over to this side, again, where it touches over here, it kind of has almost like a 45 in this corner, but it bows out slightly and then comes in and bows back in. Okay, so then here it cuts, it touches up here, so it cuts about like that. So this would be the negative space for that corner. All right, so the pear is actually there. And then over here it's the same kind of thing. It's like almost like a 45 going up there. Okay, and then it nearly flattens out against the edge, so there's very little negative space there. This actually seems just a little bit steeper than what I drew it. Okay, and then kind of just a little bit of an angle right here, kind of like that. So again, that's the negative space in that corner. So again, I'm not really drawing the pear yet. I'm actually drawing these spaces around it and how they kind of move away from the edges of the box. So up here, so again, if I'm holding my pencil up there, and if I do it for you there, if I hold my pencil up, you can see that negative space at the top. There's like a 45 almost degree angle here. Okay, the stem comes down. All right, the top of the pear kind of goes across like this and angles out. Okay, so from here, notice I'm not trying to draw the pear. I'm trying to draw the angle of movement. You see how I kind of just suggest the angle that the thing's moving. Then it angles up a little bit more. Then it comes over. Tricky right there. I can't see very well that shape. Okay, so it goes kind of like that. And from there, this part over here, if I look at the angle across from here to where that kind of kinks in, something like that. So then this comes down like this, comes out a little bit, comes down. And again, the space here is very different than the space on this side. Much, much more space over here. The angle is different here than it is here. Okay? But for the most part, I have the pair there now. And again, now I'm actually going to draw the pair. I'm going to look at it and try to create this line. It's going to be a little bit heavier right here because that's where the underside is. This is the shadow, and it's going to be darker right there. So I'm drawing in the final outline of the pair based on the negative spaces that I've created working away from the edge. So in the end, I've actually drawn this thing pretty accurately by drawing the negative spaces. And so the shape is set, and I'm ready to move forward with shading and anything else I need to do. But I've got the basic space that the pair occupies, and that's what you're going to do. Okay, so you're going to be looking at these spaces. I'm going to stop this now.